Hi everyone, thank you very much for coming back to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to knit this fingerless gloves, and this is a free pattern. I downloaded and printed it from Ravelry, and it's by Valentina Georgieva. I believe that's how to say her name. I'm going to put a link down below in the description bar with this pattern. So if you want to learn how to knit them, then keep on watching. So to start this, you're gonna need your pattern, and don't worry if you don't want to print it, or if you can't print it, or you don't want to save it. I'm gonna put the instructions down below, but I just want to show you what it looks like. So on the front page, you're gonna have the picture of the gloves, and then oops, too many. And then she has very good instructions for this. I found it very easy to do. She recommends a different kind of yarn, but I used for my project, I used this Debbie Bliss Cashmerino Aran, and I used it in like a very dusty pink color. You'll see it in a second. And the needles I used were 4mm. Now here it says you should use 5mm. However, I use 4, and because I like it, I think it looks nicer. Here also with the yarn she suggests, she recommends you start the ribbing with the 4mm and continue with the 5mm. Now it's up to you. You can do it whichever way you want. This is adult size, and I think they're really pretty. So she gives you instructions row by row how to work the pattern on the fingerless glove, and she also has a photo, like a graph of the pattern here. So if you want to do the leaf, or she calls it the leaf, if you want to do this pattern, then follow the red markings, the red instructions. And then if you just want to do them plain, you could just do knitting for the rows that she does the pattern. I don't know, I hope you understand what I mean. But yeah, this is the pattern. So you will need a copy of the pattern, or otherwise I'm going to have all the instructions down below. Then you're going to need a ruler, and I use this to measure because she says you need to do the cuff, I think you call it, of the glove, 8 centimeters. Then obviously you need a row counter, and this is very important. Mine is it's playing up, but anyway, yeah, put your row counter on 0. And then for the thumb, you're gonna need double point needles. So I have here a few different started gloves, and I'm going to talk you through all of them. This is my nearly finished one, and all I have to do is the thumb, and I'll show you how to do that at the end. Now you could do this as long as you want. It kind of comes down to here. Let me just put it on and show you. It's a bit hard with with this. But it comes up like this, and I think it's really nice. I mean, it's quite high up here, so it keeps you warm under your coat, and then it still gives you free fingers, you know, for all these touch screen devices that we all have. And then the thumb, you're gonna knit it about this long. I think that's how much it says. But yeah, so let's get started. And she recommends to knit these gloves with double point needles. However, since I discovered how to do the magic loop method, I use circular, and these are my knitpro or Knitter's Pride Nova Cubics in size 4 millimeters. And this is the yarn that I use. This is the color. It's like a very light pink, and I like it. And it's got I think it says on here, it has 55% wool, 33 acrylic, and 12 cashmere. So it's very, very soft. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with the cast on. And I usually cast on for all my projects on 2 needles, because it makes it easier, that first row, so stitches aren't that tight. I'm just going to take these out of the way so the focus stays on the work. So I usually take my needles, put them here like this, hold it with my thumb, and then I cast on like this. And I have a video for this as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to cast on 40. 5. I'm going to just go quicker. I mean, well, 40. And then you want to split the stitches in half. So I'm just going to pull one of my needles out, and you'll see how nice these stitches are and easy to work. So I'm going to count to half. So ignore that first one because that's the loop that we did. So we're going to do those 2 together. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So here's the middle, and I'm just going to make a bit of stretch here and pull the cord through. And then we're going to get into magic loop position. Ooh, got a bit of a tangle here. And what you want to do, exactly as you want to do with your double point needles, you want to make sure all these bumps, the pearl stitches, are inside. So you want to have both your needles like this. And this is the cast on the front. And then you want to wrap the yarn around your fingers if you're continental. Pull the back needle through, and then we're going to start by knitting with the knit stitch through the first 2, because I've done a loop, an extra loop there. It always happens. So we're going to pull through, and then the next stitch is a purl, and then the next stitch is a knit. So this is 1 by 1 rib, and you want to do this for 8 centimeters. I'm just going to do the first row here for you. You kind of know it's a purl because you can see the bump. Purl, knit, purl, knit. And you want to keep doing this until you you have 8 centimeters if you want to do it that long, or if you want to do it shorter, or if you want to do it longer, however long you want it. But the pattern recommends 8 centimeters, and I worked it out that if you work it exactly like the pattern, 50 grams of yarn should be enough for both gloves. So I'm just going to move on to the one I've already done here, and I've already done 8 centimeters here in this beautiful rib, and you want to measure it just so you do both of them the same. So you take your ruler, and you want to put it at the bottom of the stitch that you have on, and then if you look, we have 8 centimeters. You could also count stitches, it's a bit longer I think, but yeah, this is where we are. And now we have to the pattern here says that we have to decrease 6 stitches, so we need to be left with 34 stitches on our needles. So the pattern says do 6 decreases along evenly around your glove. So I'm going to do 3 on this needle and 3 on the other. So I'm just going to show you. Decreases, it's usually just knitted together. That's what I do, and I find it that you can't really see them on the on this rib. So I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna do knit stitches all through this one. Knit, knit, and then I'm gonna knit 2 together. So that's one of them, and then do some more knitting, and then knit 2 together again. And then we got to do one more knit 2 together here. And we're done with the decreases of this needle. And then I'm going to pull it through again like this. And do 3 more knit 2 together on this needle. So just spread them out evenly. It doesn't matter if you do 3 knits and then knit 2 together, as long as you have them there and they're spread together. Now you can knit them through the front loop or the back loop. I don't think it really makes a difference. I mean, I'm quite chilled with those things. And as you can see here, I knit through the back loop because I find it too hard to knit through the front loop. Now I'm going to knit 2 together again. Oh, let's knit them through the back loop. Okay, and now we got to do one more. And then we're left with 34 stitches all along our glove. So now we gotta start knitting the pattern, and she gives you instructions for the left glove and for the right glove. Now I've done mine left already, the one that I showed you earlier, so I'm gonna switch to the right glove here, and we're gonna follow these round by round or row by row. She calls them rounds or rows, it doesn't matter. And as you can see here, the ones in red are the pattern, and the ones in blue are the palm, and most of them are knit stitches unless she says make one, and this is where the thumb comes in, as you can see. So you make one here, 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 and then the thumb comes out like this. But what I just want to point out to you is that when you get to row 20, it says slip the next 13 stitches on stitch holder for the thumb knitting, then cast on one stitch to close the gap, and then you knit the rest of the 13, which is the palm. And this is what she means. So this is row 20 that you're going to be at, and when you get to this place, you want to, instead of knitting the 13 stitches, you want to put them on one of these holders, or also you can put them on with your tapestry needle on a different color yarn, and hold them there. And then you continue knitting in the round, as you can see here. You continue knitting in the round, and you do the ribbing, and you cast off, and then I'll show you how to do the thumb. So you finished knitting your glove, you finished all this beautiful pattern, and you did the ribbing and the bind off. A bit of a stretchy bind off is what you need, and it looks like this. I want to show you again because it's so pretty. And these stitches are going to look even nicer after you wash it and block it. On the palm, you just have the stockinette stitch. And now we want to work the thumb. So the thumb, I think it should be maybe another 5 rows of 1x1 rib. She recommends that you do nine rows. However, I think that it would get too long, and I don't know. Well, we'll see how it goes. So you want to open your stitch holder, and then you have 13 stitches here. So you want to take one of your double point needles, and you want to start taking the stitches off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you want to take another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to have my stitches on the stitch holder because I think that it's easier to take them off than yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 5 on this one because we have 13. So 4, 4, and 5. Close your needle, and now you want to take your, because we're gonna have quite a big gap here when we close it. So what I like to do is maybe pick another stitch here. So just pick another stitch like this, and we're going to pick another stitch on the other side as well, but we're going to bind that one off because we need to have 14 stitches so we can do 1x1 rib. So I'm just going to pick it up from here so it doesn't make a big loop. And then you want to take your yarn, and we're just going to put the yarn back like this, and we're going to start with a knit the first two together. Then it's going to be a purl, then a knit, then a purl, then a knit, then we have a purl. This first round is a bit hard. Then a purl, then a knit, then a knit, then a purl. Yep. So we've done a knit, and now we got to do a purl. You can arrange the stitches so you can start with a knit always. It doesn't matter how many stitches you've got on a needle, as long as you've got all of them. Purl, knit, purl. And now we got to join in the round. So remember, like I said, when you started, you want to really pull on this first stitch. So the first stitch is a knit, and you want to grab it and really pull on it, and then it's a purl, then it's a knit, then it's a purl. Okay, last row. Obviously you can make it as long as you want. Focus, focus, doesn't focus. Oh. All right, so this is how long we did it for. You can make it longer if you want. I mean, I think hers, no, I think it's the same. So now for the stretchy bind off, because you kind of don't want the circulation to be cut off from your thumb, yarn in the back, because I'm going to do it all in knitting. So what you want to do is knit your first 2 stitches, and then you're going to put your needle back through both of them. This is a bit hard. And then you want to wrap the yarn around and kind of do a knit stitch over both of them, like this. And then you're going to knit the next one. Put your yarn through both of them. It's a bit hard, but I promise you it's worth it. And then we're going to wrap the yarn and do another knit stitch and knit another one and do another knit stitch and knit another one. And do a knit stitch. Okay, drop that extra needle, go on to the next one, knit one and knit both of them together, knit another one and knit both of them together. Oop. Another one. So you keep doing this till the end of your stitches. Okay, drop that needle as well. this is a good bind off for socks if you do toe up socks. Oh, I just knit both of them together. Not a good one. It's really making your fingers work, this bind off. So it's good it's just a few stitches, because it's quite a hard one. By the way, leave comments below if you have any idea of how to stretch or exercise your fingers when you get so tired from knitting and they hurt. I don't know what to do when that happens. But here's the last one. And then you want to pull your yarn through, and there it is, a stretchy bind off. See, it's not that stretchy but it is just enough for your thumb not to be squeezed in there. And now what you want to do, you want to take your tapestry needle and weave in the ends, and here you want to weave in through, so you kind of close it up, and here as well. You can see there's a gap here, but you want to just close them up like that. And that's it. I really enjoy knitting this. It doesn't take you long, honestly. I think I've done this one evening, and in a whole evening. It's very easy, because you have 8 centimeters here, then you have 30 rows here, and then you just have the 6 or 7 rows, however long you want to do the thumb. But yeah, this is it. I really hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.